All right, welcome back inside to the Drubner Center. Time for the men's versus Dominican. Women's just won 88-75, and now it is time for the men's to take the floor. Dominican comes into this one at 7-0 on the season. Post not too bad either, 5-1. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with the visiting Dominican University Chargers. They are head coached by Joseph Clinton in his 33rd season. Starting lineup, Joshua Serrano, Josh White, Javel Cherry, Joseph Merrill, and Emmanuel Smith. Starting lineup for the Eagles. It's their typical starting five of Bo LeConte, Quest Harris, Robert Sanders, Dang Dieng, and Kyle Alsey, head coach for your Eagles. It's Mark Kuntz in his 7th season. Eagles in the white uniforms, Dominican in the black uniforms. Dominican wins the jump tip, and away we go. The first in-conference game for both of these squads. And it's taking place right here at the Drubner Center on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Merrill, a three, his first of the day, put it up and through. Joseph Merrill comes into this one averaging 13.4 points per game for Dominican. Now Akot in the backcourt, second in the conference in points per game at 20.8. Akot bounce pass to Dieng between the rings. Dang Dieng averaging 17 points per game this season. Now Akot. Akot met by two, finds Dieng. Didn't want the three, instead he traveled. And it's going the other way with 19-12 to play here in the first half. Inbounded to White. Now Merrill. Eagles showing that this full court press. Now it's Cherry. His three on the right wing. Akot tracks down the rebound and now races up ahead to Dieng. Dieng, one more to the corner. Robert Sanders shoots it at 44% from downtown. Now Akot, top of the key. Akot drive. Almost had it poked away, and it's knocked out of, almost knocked out of play. Now it's with Dieng on the right wing. Dieng, now Harris. Harris drives it. Feeds it to Dieng, taking it hard to the basket. Missed the layup. Smith hauls in the rebound. 18.5 to play here in the first half. Now Merrill kicks it. Cherry back out to White. Cross-court pass. Cherry takes it on the baseline, adjusts. Smith right there for the follow tip. Quick start here for Dominican. They lead it 5-0. 17:45 remaining here in the first half. Quest Harris comes to get it. Dieng slips, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles with 17:43 to play in the first half. Derek Thomas II will be the first substitution off the bench for the Eagles. He'll sub out Dieng. Merrill in the backcourt. Throws it ahead, deflected by Harris, now in the hands of Thomas. Harris drives, shovel, Alsey, big time, flush with two hands. And that's how the Eagles get on the board. Kyle Alsey up high, down hard for the jam. Cherry throws it ahead. Serrano at the foul line, pulls up the J. Joshua Serrano comes into this one averaging 14 points per game for Dominican. And they lead 7-2 here with 17:10 to play in the first half. Quest Harris off the drive, and Serrano knocked it off of Harris's leg, out of bounds with 17:06 to play here in the first half. Dominican will take over, leading by 5. This is a 42nd all-time matchup between Dominican and Post. Merrill sets for three, put it up and through. Joseph Merrill, 2 for 2 from downtown, give him 6. And it's a 10-2 lead for Dominican, 16:50 to play here in the first half. Robert Sanders shoots it at 44% from downtown, kicks it. Akot One more to the corner. Harris drives it on the baseline. Back out. Thomas the second. 3-ball. Put it up and through. As we get a quick whistle on the floor. Cherry needs to get his shoe back on as Edward Trahan and Taquan Williams, the first substitutions into the game now for your Eagles. Alsey and Harris will grab a seat. 16:36 to play here in the first half. Now Serrano sets for three, put it up and through, and Dominican on fire here out of the gates. They are 3 for 4 from downtown. 8-point lead, 13-5. Sanders lost it out of bounds. Great defense there by Dominican. And an auspicious first 4 minutes for Dominican. They have come out and looked like the superior team. 13-5. White in the backcourt, throws it out to Serrano. Serrano shovels it. Cherry lays it in off the left side of the window. And just like that, a quick double-digit lead constructed by Dominican. They lead it 15-5. Now Williams gets it to Akot. Akot drives it. Lost it. Now Trahan back out to Williams. He sets up the three and he knocks it down. Taquan Williams, the freshman, puts it in from downtown, and that leads Dominican to calling a timeout. 15:33 remaining in the first half. 15-8 lead for Dominican. You are watching Division II men's basketball here on the CACC network. Coming out of the timeout, 15-8 lead for Dominican with 15:33 remaining in the first half. Just getting underway here at the Drubner Center on the beautiful campus here at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Griffin Cass with you on hand here on the CACC network. Dangerous pass, gets into the hands of Cherry. He drives it, missed the shot. Rebounded by Derek Thomas II, and he will bring it into the front court. Slows it down with Akot now. Akot. Met by two, swings it to Thomas. He drives it inside. Nice take, Darius Tomic II, all the way to the 10. Brings the Eagles within 5. 5 minutes gone here in the first half. In the backcourt, dangerous pass thrown by White, picked off by Sanders. Sanders now to the front court. Sanders drives, back out Thomas, 3-ball too strong. Rebound tipped down a play by Trahan with 14:50 remaining here in the first half. Dieng and Harris will check back in. Dominican 6 for 9 from the floor, post 4 for 6. It's thrown ahead to Merrill. He's 2 for 2 from downtown. Will he make it 3 for 3? This one is off left. It is Harris climbing the ladder for the board. Harris brings it back out to Akot. Now Williams on the drive. Step back over to Dieng in the left corner. He takes it on the baseline, back out to Williams. 15 on the shot clock, still plenty of time for the Eagles. It'll be reset with Akot. Harris, drive, missed the lay. Dieng off the offensive rebound. Back out Williams, 3-ball. Serrano clears for Dominican. Serrano, 13.9 points per game, back up top to Merrill. 6 minutes gone here in the first half. Serrano draws the foul. Out front, it goes on Akot. As Sanders and Alsey will check back in for the Eagles. Got some substitutions in here for Dominican. That is number 0, Jaden Honus, the junior, into the game now for the first time, and Seth Sharif Brown, number 10 in black, and also Chance Moorish into the game now for Dominican. So 3 new players onto the court for the Chargers. It's Merrill on the left wing. Merrill defended by Dieng. Sharif Brown throws it right into the hands of Williams. Here's Williams off the interception. Williams back out. Harris, one more. Williams a 3. Now he's 1 for 3 from downtown. It is hauled in by Dominican. Honus now to the corner for Serrano. Serrano met by Sanders. Moorish. Merrill, show corner, left side. Backing down Williams. Tough angle. Back out, and we get a foul called on the Eagles. And they get Sanders for the personal with 13-18 remaining here in the first half. 5-point game. A side out for Dominican on the right sideline in the front court. Merrill to inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Honus, drive, kick, pull up from the foul line is too strong. Rebound, hauled in by Sanders. Sanders, Dieng drives it, spins to his left, and they get Merrill for the reach-in foul. Nice take there by Dang Dieng. Number 3 in white, Dieng, a junior, stands at 6'7" from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Dieng has been a force here in the CACC thus far this season, averaging 17.8 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 25 for 30 from the foul line on the season is Dieng. First of 2, too strong. 13:01 remaining here in the first half. Merrill checks out for the first time. In his spot is Isaiah Honus, the younger brother of Jaden Honus. Dieng gets the back end of 2, so he goes 1 for 2 in that trip to the free throw line. It's a 4-point game. Honus into the front court, finds his brother, who drives it. Layup, swatted. That's Kyle Alsey. And then quickly thrown out of bounds by Harris. Lacotte will check in for Williams here on the Eagles side. 12:49 remaining here in the first half. 15-11 lead for the Eagles. Honus gets it into his brother. Now quickly Ed Serrano, stop, pop, 3 ball, put it up and through. Serrano, his second made 3-pointer of the first half. And it's a 7-point lead for Dominican. Dieng kicks it. Sanders shoots it at 44% from downtown, misses his first 3-pointer of the game. Now Honus finds his brother. They love passing to each other. And Isaiah, too strong on the 3. Lacotte quickly into the front court. In and out dribble. Nice move by Lacotte. Drew the foul with 12-12 remaining in the first half. So the second leader in points per game in the CACC will head to the line. Bo Lacotte, the former Quinnipiac Bobcat. Lacotte from Manchester, New Hampshire, 6'1", a junior. Plays the point guard position. Again, second in the CACC in points per game at 20.8. Connects on the first of 2. Trahan back in. Alsey will check out. That was Lacotte's first point of the day. Puts up the second free throw and also connects. 2 for 2 in that trip to the line for Lacotte. Back to a 5-point game. Whips a pass inside. Serrano in the lane, puts it up with the left hand and got it to go off glass. Nice move, Joshua Serrano, improvising there in the lane. Now Harris in the backcourt, met by 2 Chargers, throws it ahead to Dieng. Dieng down the lane. Nice hanging finish there by Dang Dieng, taking out his do-it-yourself kit. Serrano left open in the right corner. That 3 is short, and it's Lacotte climbing the ladder for the board. Dieng takes it right into the thicket of the defense and finishes. Dang Dieng now up to 5 points. Morris. Sharif Brown back out. Morris takes it down the right side of the lane. Nearly turns it over. Sharif Brown scoots his way to the basket and finger rolls it in with the right hand. Nice move. Under 11 minutes to play here in the first half. 22-17 lead. Sanders 3. Trahan off the offensive rebound. Doing work down low. Sanders, 2 for $1. You bet. Robert Sanders now 1 for 3 from downtown. The best three-point shooter on this team by quite a large margin if you look at the percentages. Comes into this one shooting it at a 44.4% clip. Sharif Brown wanted the whistle, didn't get it. They say it was last touched by the Eagles. So we get some substitutions in here for posts. For the first time we see Trey Duncan, number 15 in white, the sophomore guard from Meriden, Connecticut. Taquan Williams also checks back in, Thomas back in, so the 5 on the floor for your Eagles, Williams, Duncan, Trahan, Akat, and Thomas. Honus inside. Back out to Sharif Brown. Cherry lines up the 3, way strong. Akat in the lane, makes defenders miss, and had his layup swatted by Honus. Now Morris ahead. Quick movement here. That's how you run the floor. Dominican gets the and 1. Seth Sharif Brown, the 6'3 junior from Hackensack, New Jersey, has a 3-point play opportunity. 10:06 to play here in the first half. 24-20 lead for Dominican. The last matchup between these two programs was on February 22nd of this year, where the Chargers won in a nail-biter, 75-72. Sharif Brown connects on the free throw to complete the 3-point play. 5-point lead for Dominican. Now the freshman Taquan Williams brings it into the front court. Alsey, cross-court pass. Akat needs to jump for it. He's got it. Under 10 to play here in the first half. It's to Williams on the left wing. Thomas, Akat. Post-entry feed for Trahan. On the right block, Trahan. Tough shot. Duncan off the offensive rebound. Fresh 20 for the Eagles. Here's Akat. Crossing over left to right into the J. Drew the foul. Couldn't knock down the shot. But Akat is going to the foul line to shoot a pair. For his second trip of the game, he was 2 for 2 in his previous trip. Akat connects on the first of 2. White back into the game on the Dominican side. Akat, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe here in this one. Back to a 1-possession game. White ahead, Cherry in the left corner. White gets it back to Cherry. Sharif Brown, a 3. It's short. Offensive rebound, Serrano. Back out to White. Sharif Brown at the foul line. Kicks it, the relocation, Cherry, a 3. Bullseye. Put it up and through. Javale Cherry from downtown. Williams, quick drive, scoop, missed it, but a foul. And Williams going to the foul line to shoot a pair here with 8:55 remaining in the first half. 4 personal fouls now on Dominican, 3 on post. Emmanuel Smith getting set to check back in for Dominican. Dieng and Alsey on the Eagles side getting set to check back in. Here's Williams for 2 free throws. Taquan Williams, a freshman point guard from Brockton, Massachusetts. So Dieng and Alsey check in, Trahan and Thomas the second check out. One more coming up here at the line for Williams. Knocks down the free throw. 2 for 2 in that trip to the line. Full court press here by the Eagles. They get it into White. White, errant pass, intercepted by Akot. Swings it. Williams traveled. So Sanders and Harris check back in for post. Duncan and Akot check out. 8:48 remaining here in the first half. They get it ahead. Cherry fires a bullet inside. It's Smith. Not able to finish. Gets his miss. Rejected by Dieng. Ulsey fighting for it. Smith has it. Back out Serrano. White. Cherry. Drive. Had it poked away. Sanders ahead. Harris, the drive, the scoop, the score. Eagles within 2. 28-26. And now Cherry gets it into the front court. Passes to the corner. Serrano a 3, and he's cooled off a little bit after knocking down his first 2 3-pointers. Williams on the other end. Layup, no. Ulsey gets the offensive rebound. Back up, can't get it in. Sanders inside. Ball knocked around on the ground. And we get a travel called on Ulsey. 7:59 remaining here in the first half. Some nice action here between the Eagles and the Chargers. Hope you are having a wonderful Saturday afternoon wherever you are joining us from here on the CACC network. Into the game now for the first time is Keyshawn Maynard. Subs out Serrano. Throw it ahead. Cherry on the left wing. High arcer 3. Splashdown. He's had the hot hand as Cherry. Give him 8 points now. Back to a 5-point game. Dieng inside. Took too many steps. Nice move. Good intentions. Just the execution was not there. Trahan back in. Ulsey will sub out. Limping a little bit, coming back to the bench is Kyle Ulsey, so something to pay attention for. 7:38 remaining here in the first half. Derek Thomas II to check back in, Sanders to check out. Onus gets it into White. White ahead to Cherry. Cherry the bounce. Smith inside, had it poked away. Quest Harris with the theft. Harris weaves through defenders, kicks it out to Akot. Akot had it taken away. 7:15 to play here in the first half. White inside. Kick out. Honus a 3. And that's Derek Thomas II climbing the ladder for the board. Thomas. Dieng with 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Now Harris. Drive. Runner. Off glass. Smooth. Quest Harris taking out his do-it-yourself kit. Quickly now to the front court. Maynard slips. Blew a tire. And they call a travel on number 15. Merrill. Dickerson. And Morris all back into the game now for Dominican. So on the court for the Eagles, it is Thomas II, Trahan, Dieng, Akot, and Harris. 6:44 remaining here in the first half. Harris to inbound, looking for Akot. He's got it to him. Akot quickly with his left hand, scoots into the lane. It goes nearly out of play. Trahan collects it. Trahan drives, kicks it. Akot one more to Thomas a 3. Eagles even it up at 31 apiece with a Derek Thomas tray ball. Kick out. Maynard 3 ball, too strong. That's Quest Harris climbing the ladder for the board. And Edward Trahan in the backcourt trying to get his shoe on. Harris drives it, lays it, scores it. Wes Harris forces Joseph Clinton to call a timeout. Eagles take the lead. 33-31 with 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. You are watching Division II men's basketball here on the CACC Network. Coming out of the Joseph Clinton timeout, 6 minutes exactly remaining here in the first half. Griffin Cass with you here on hand on the CACC Network. Hope you are having just a wonderful Saturday afternoon wherever you may be tuning in from. As we welcome you back here to the Drubner Center. Dominican needs to call another timeout. Joseph Merrill couldn't get the ball in within 5 seconds. And that takes us to another timeout. We'll stay on the air here and take a look here at the team stats for both squads. Eagles 11 for 24 from the floor. Dominican 12 for 28 on threes. Post 4 for 9. Dominican 6 for 14 at the foul line. The Eagles have had several trips at the line. 7 for 8. Dominican only one trip where they are 1 for 1. Post out rebounding Dominican 18-11. As we are out of the timeout, 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Trahan, Harris, Dieng, Akatz, and Thomas. That's a 5 on the floor for your Eagles. Now it's ahead. Cherry runs right into a wall, and that's Trahan picking up the foul with 5:56 to play in the first half. So here's Javelle Cherry at the line to shoot a pair. First of 2, up and good. Cherry averages 13.9 points per game on the season for Dominican. On the court now for the Eagles, it's Akot, Sanders, Williams, Thomas, and Ulsey. Trahan and Dieng check out. Cherry, 2 for 2 in that trip to the line. Back to a tie game, 33-all. Williams in the backcourt. Akot, back to Williams, 20 on the shot clock. Ulsey tries to hand it off to Williams. Now he gets it to Akot on the right wing. 8 on the shot clock for Bol Akot. Lofts it inside. Ulsey catches and finishes. Great job recognizing the double team there by Bol Akot. The court vision, superb. The drive by Morris. Scoops it up and scoops it in. Chance Morris, a freshman. Nice lay. And we are back to a tie game. 35-all with 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Williams met by 2. Bounce pass to Akot. Akot takes it down the lane. Hangs. Can't finish. Rebound. Ulsey. Excuse me, that is Thomas the second. Back up and in. 4:45 remaining in the first half. 37-35 Eagles. Merrill, one more to the corner. Reset the offense with Morris. Tries to turn the corner on the left side. Now takes it inside and draws the foul. Nice take there by Chance Morris. Aggressive to the hole. And he earns a foul. He'll shoot 2 at the line here. Morris connects on the first of 2. Harris and Dieng back in. Akot and Thomas to check out. Serrano back in on the Dominican side, as well as Seth Sharif Brown. Second free throw left short. Dieng off the rebound. 1 for 2 in that trip to the line from Morris. Eagles still have the lead, 37-36, 4:15 to play in the first half. It's Harris at the controls, bounce pass to Dieng. Dieng gets inside and we get a foul on the floor. It will be before the shot, no continuation. This isn't the NBA. Under the basket, out of bounds play here for the Eagles. Harris will inbound. Looking for Dieng, he's got it to him. Dieng takes it right inside, using his strength to get the deuce. Give Dieng 7 now. Under 4 to play here in the first half. 3-point advantage for the Eagles. That pass thrown too high. Out of the reach of Seth Sharif Brown, and that says a lot considering his athleticism and how high he can jump. Merrill will come back in for Dominican. He subs out Serrano with 3:52 remaining here in the first half. Joseph Clinton irate on the sidelines at Serrano. Harris tries to get it quickly into the front court, shut off. Now Williams, drive, kick, dunk in a 3. Trey Duncan able to knock it down from downtown. Merrill sets, fires, 3 ball, short. 42-36, a little bit of a high-scoring affair here in this first half. Williams, Harris, Dieng, Duncan, and Alsey, the 5 on the floor for your Eagles. Williams gets it into Harris. Goes behind his back, bounce pass, oh what a nice play. Quest Harris fired up after the play, as you should be. What a nice setup. Morris, ISO, takes it to the hole and lays it in. Nice take. Chance Morris with a quick drive to the hole. 3 minutes to play here in the first half, 44-38. Harris across the lane, has it deflected out of play by Merrill. Akant to check back in. Williams will check out. And on the other side, Dickerson into the game. Merrill will check out. Under the basket, out of bounds play here. Also, Alsey checks out for the Eagles. Trahan back in. Harris will inbound under the basket with 2:56 remaining here in the first half. He gets it into Akant. Short corner, Jay. Morris quickly ahead. Pass intercepted by Duncan. Duncan running with numbers. Akant fakes the 3. Drives, spins, kicks. Duncan had it poked out of bounds by Morris with 2:41 remaining in the first half. Eagles 44, Chargers 38. Side out for the Eagles in the right corner. Akant to trigger. Gets it into Harris. Harris jabs. Tries to bully his way inside, and they call him for a traveling violation. Honus will inbound. Gets it into Morris. And he goes cross court to Cherry. Lobs it inside. That's Dickerson putting it up and in, all in one motion. .228 remaining here in the first half. It's into Harris, gets it back to Akant, and he gets it into the front court. Duncan in the corner. Pass inside, Trahan had it taken away. Dieng on the other side takes it right back. Now Akant. A little over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Dieng crossing over left to right into the lane. Dieng fadeaway shot, gets it to drop. Dieng, and he gets called for a technical foul. Right after the play, he was jawing at his opponent, and he gets called for the technical. Cherry will shoot the technical free throw here with 2:01 remaining in the first half. Cherry got the free throw to fall. One more coming up here for Cherry. So Dominican gets 2 free throws and the ball off the technical foul. Cherry Gets both free throws to fall. Give Cherry 11 now as he's into double figures with those 2 free throws. Morris checks out, White checks in. On the court for the Eagles, it's Sanders, Duncan, Trahan, Dieng, and Akot. Sharif Brown, drive, coughed it up. Last touch, Sharif Brown. Only Eagle in double figures is Derek Thomas II at 10 points. As they get it into Akot, Akot ahead to Duncan. Trahan fakes the 3. Knocked out of play, last touch by Dominican. 1:43 remaining here in the first half. Eagles cushioning a 4-point lead. Sanders will inbound on the left sideline. Sanders gets it into Akot at the front court left. 100 seconds remaining here in the first half. Akot, Trahan, back to Akot. Akot to the corner. Duncan, the drive, kicks. Sanders has made a 3 here today. Takes the long 2. Left it short. Rebound. No rebound by Honus. Let it go out of play. Eagles will retain the ball with 1:22 remaining here in the first half. Eagles shooting very efficient from the floor, 52%. Dieng improves that field goal percentage. Gets it inside and banks it in off the window. 48-42. Sharif Brown up top, down the left side lane. Nice scoop. Seth Sharif Brown had his mind made up, put his head down and took it to the tin. Under a minute to play here in the first half. 4-point game. Akot, second in the CACC in points per game, feeds it inside for Sanders, who flushes it home with 2 hands. Akot has had several nice passes. Dieng off the steal. Dieng takes it right into a thicket of defenders and draws the foul. With 38.2 seconds remaining in the first half, it'll be Dang Dieng to shoot a pair at the line. Dieng in 14 minutes, 11 points, 2 rebounds for the big fellow. 5 for 6 from the floor is number 3. Make him 2 for 3 from the line now. This is his second trip of the first half, as Morris will check back in, White will check out. Dieng at the line to shoot 1 more. The 6'7" forward knocks down both free throws. He is now 3 for 4 from the line here in this one. 38.2 seconds remaining in regulation, in the first half, excuse me. Let me hold my horses. 7-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Sharif Brown inside. Follows his miss. Shot clock turned off. Eagles can take the final shot of the first half. Akot at the front court left. Game clock now at 10 seconds. 8, 7. Akot between the rings. Akot crosses over left to right. Akot dances into the lane. Akot puts it up. Akot couldn't put it in, and that takes us to the end of the first half. Eagles 52, Chargers 46. Halftime coming up. Hit the reset button, grab some popcorn because this second half is going to be wire to wire. Hello, friends. Welcome back inside to the Drubner Center here on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Halftime is nearing its conclusion. We are getting set for the start of the second half between the Eagles and the Chargers. Eagles lead it 52-46 after the first half. Griffin Cass on hand with you here on the CACC network. 52-46, Eagles lead it as we are getting ready for the start of the second half. Dang Dieng leading the way for the Eagles with 13 points. Derek Thomas II follows him at 10 points. Those are the only two Eagles in double figures. And for Dominican, it is Javel Cherry with 12 points and Joshua Serrano with 10 points. The only two Chargers in double figures. So on the court for the Eagles, it is Alsey, Akant, Sanders, Harris, and Dieng. Eagles will start with it to begin the second half. Moving from right to left. On the floor for Dominican as Dieng tries to spin on the baseline. Nice strip there by Smith. White, Smith, Serrano, Cherry, and Merrill, the five on the floor for Dominican. Here's Serrano on the left wing. Takes it across the lane. Lost his footing. Harris and Serrano battling for it. We get a jump ball. Possession Dominican with 19:35 remaining in regulation. Both teams shooting very well from three-point range. Dominican 6 for 15 from downtown, Post 5 for 10. And both teams also shooting very efficiently from the floor. Dominican 49%, Post 53%. Post 9 for 10 from the free throw line. Dominican 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Merrill hit 2 threes earlier in the game. Hasn't had a lot of action since. Merrill gets it back. Thought about the three. Back out to Cherry, who takes it on the baseline. Back out Merrill. Three. Short. Not enough legs. Sanders the rebound. Ball on the floor. Knocked around. Who touched it last? The Eagles did. Excuse me, no, the Eagles did not. They say Dominican touched it last. Excuse me. No. Eagles touched it last. Dominican ball. 19-14 remaining here in the second half. 52-46 lead for the Eagles as we are just getting some wet spots sorted out on the floor. White will inbound in the front court. Looking for a man. He's got Smith, who gets it back to White. Josh White at the controls. Feeds it into the corner for Merrill. Merrill back to White on the left wing. Merrill posts up Dieng now across the lane. Drew the foul. 19:01 remaining here in the second half. Merrill draws the foul. They say the foul occurred in the shooting motion. So it'll be 2 free throws here for Joseph Merrill, who averages 13.4 points per game on the season for Joseph Clinton. Joseph Clinton in his 33rd year as a head coach for the Dominican University men's basketball team. Mark Kuntz in his 7th year. Merrill knocks down the first of 2. Merrill, 2 for 2 in that trip to the line. Dominican gets on the board first here in the second half. 4-point game. As Harris looks to move it into the front court. Harris, dribble handoff with Sanders, back up top to Akant. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Akant drives it, swings it. Sanders in the left corner. Inside to Alsey. Nice setup, Robert Sanders, a beautiful pass. And Alsey finishes the deuce. Eagles get on the board here in the second half. 54-48 lead for Post. White throws it ahead. Serrano inside Smith. Smith rejected at the summit by Dieng. Dang Dieng with a spectacular defensive recovery. That's the versatility that Dieng brings to the squad. He can do it on the offensive end, averaging 18 points per game, and he can help you a lot on the defensive side. A true two-way player for Mark Kuntz. Dieng retrieves it near the timeline. Dieng one-on-one. Dieng gets to his left hand. Dieng rises over the top. Couldn't stick the jump shot. Alsey back out. Akant Shot clock reset to 20. 2 minutes gone here in the second half. A bounce pass. Alsey banks it in with the right hand off the right side of the window. Kyle Alsey. He was met by multiple chargers. Still got it up and in. Cherry off the drive. Inside to Smith. Back out White. A three is short. White tracks down the rebound, saves it into Cherry. Cherry off the glass, no. Smith tip, also no. Ball knocked around into the hands of Smith. And they say that Harris was stepping on the baseline when he tried to get the steal. 17:31 remaining here in the second half. Under the basket, out of bounds play here for Dominican. Lofts it in. Cherry, top of the key. White was stepping on the baseline. Turnover there from Dominican with 17:24 remaining here in the second half. We got some substitutions in here. The Honus brothers and Seth Sharif Brown now into the game for Dominican. Same five on the floor for the Eagles. It's the starting five. Harris gets it into a back to Harris. Harris into the front court. Feeds it to Dieng. Dieng looking for a cot. He gets it to Harris. Harris back up top, a cot. Sanders. 12 on the shot clock. Met by two. Taken away. Nearly. Alsey under the basket. Alsey, Dieng. We get a whistle. And there might be a issue with the clock here, as Williams and Trahan check in on the Eagles side. Alsey and Harris check out. Clock stopped at 16:56 remaining in regulation. Eagles cushioning an 8-point lead. Williams, Trahan, Dieng, Akot, and Sanders, the five on the floor for the Eagles. Williams looking for a man. He's got it into Trahan. Trahan back out. Sanders, a three. Trahan fighting for the offensive rebound. Sanders inside. Dieng. Goaltending. Called on Seth Sharif Brown. Give Dieng the bucket. And the Eagles now have a double-digit lead as Duncan and Thomas check back in. Sanders and Dieng check out. Merrill throws it ahead. Honus drives, tries to find his brother in the right corner, but it was out of Jaden's reach. Turnover there from Dominican with 16:38 remaining in the second half. Akot, Thomas, Trahan, Williams, and Duncan, the five on the floor for the Eagles. Williams crosses the timeline. 20 on the shot clock. Duncan, Thomas. Thomas gets it back. 10 on the shot clock for Akot at the controls. Akot gets to the mid-range on the right side and sticks the J. Akot getting to his spot and elevating and deflecting the pass out of bounds. And his teammates applauding the efforts. 16:06 remaining in regulation. 12-point lead for the Eagles, their largest of the game. Seth Sharif Brown up top. Handoff. Isaiah Honus passes it inside off of Sharif Brown. Excellent defense there from Trey Duncan. Timeout, Dominican. Eagles with a 12-point lead, 15:54 remaining in regulation. You are watching Division II men's basketball here on the CACC Network. 15:54 remaining in regulation, coming out of the Dominican timeout. On the floor for Dominican, it's the Honus brothers, Merrill, Sharif Brown, and Smith. For the Eagles, Williams, Thomas II, Trahan, Duncan, and Akot. The 5 on the floor for the Eagles coming out of the timeout. Eagles ball, leading by 12. And we get a violation called on the Eagles. Did Williams step over the line, or was that a 5 seconds? Unclear as to that. Dieng checked back in for Thomas. A little over 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Eagles 5 for 11 from downtown. Sharif Brown pulls it up. A little too strong on the mid-range J. Ball knocked around, taken by the Eagles. Duncan secures it. Akot looks to run the offense. Hands it off to Williams. Williams feeds it. Trahan looks to go back door. Tries to get it to Dieng, and we get Sharif Brown for a foul on the floor. Clock stopped at 15:28. Side out here on the left sideline. Akot will inbound. As we get substitutions in here, Dickerson back in. Smith will check out. Dickerson, the freshman from Brooklyn, New York, subs out Smith from Brooklyn, New York. Akot in a straitjacket. And we get a foul called on Dominican. Under the basket, out of bounds play here. It'll be Williams to inbound under the hoop. Williams, he has Akot, and Akot short on the J. Jaden Honus quickly out of the pack, lobs it in. Sharif Brown lays it in. Great transition by Dominican. Back to a 10-point game. 15:05 remaining here in the second half. Akot, kick out. Williams, Dieng, drive. Knocked out of play, last touch by Dominican. Sanders, Harris, Alsey all back into the game now for the Eagles. Trahan, Duncan, and Akot grab a seat. So Harris, Alsey, Williams, Sanders, and Dieng, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Harris gets it into Dieng, gets it back. Harris into the lane. The floater, got it. Nice take, Quest Harris. Had his mind made up. Pass inside, dangerously. Williams couldn't hold on. 14:40 remaining here in the second half. It'll remain with Dominican with the game at a 12-point difference. Merrill inside, leans in, flips it up, couldn't flip it home. Dieng hauls in the rebound and is fouled by Dickerson. 14:31 remaining here in the second half. And for the first time, we see Sam Paris into the game on the Dominican side. A 5'8" junior from Brampton, Ontario. Subs out Merrill here with 14.5 remaining in regulation. Harris gets it into Sanders. Sanders, the bounce to Harris. Harris nearly stumbles, the lob. Oh, Dieng catches, comes down, and out of the pack. It's Dominican. Honus back out. Dickerson lines up the 3 ball. Williams, 3. Honus back, Sharif Brown in the left corner. 13:45, Sharif Brown across the lane, left to right, left the runner short. Williams off the rebound. Harris, drive, lay, missed it. Rebounded by Dominican, and we get a foul, over the back foul called on Kyle Alsey with 13:38 remaining in regulation. Parrish up top. Honus spins, floater, misses. Alsey hauls in the rebound. Quest Harris quickly ahead. Now Dieng open in the left corner. A three, put it up and through. Dang, Dieng connects from the outside. 15-point lead for the Eagles, their largest of the game. Honus, Backey, and Williams. High archer goes in. Nice shot. Jaden Honus puts it in. Under 13 to play here in regulation. 65-52. Dieng slips. And they call the foul on Dominican. Cherry getting set to come back in for Dominican. He will sub out Honus. Side out on the right sideline coming up for the Eagles. .12:52 remaining in regulation. Harris will trigger. Gets it back. Kicks it out. Sanders lines up the three. Robert Sanders, one of the best three-point shooters in the CACC, knocks down his third of the game. Cherry, Honus, three ball. Tied up, possession, Eagles. Lacotte and Thomas getting set to check back in on the Eagles side. Dieng and Williams will check out with 12:28 remaining in regulation. We'll get the wet spots sorted out at midcourt. On the floor right now for the Eagles, it is Harris, Lacotte, Sanders, Thomas, and Alsey. Eagles shooting it so well from the floor. 53%. They are 26 for 49. Dominican 19 for 48. Shooting it at a 40% clip from the floor. Harris into the front court. Alsey hits the deck. Thomas on the left wing. Drives with his right hand, pulls up the tough mid-range. Rebound belongs to Sanders, and he scoops it in with the left hand. Nice take, Robert Sanders to the hole. One more to the corner, a three. Cherry can't get it to fall. Honus inside, the 5'8 Paris somehow got that layup off. Now it's inside to Honus, flips it up, and he got whacked going up with the lay. Jaden will go to the free throw line to shoot two with 11:50 to play here in the second half. As Duncan and Trahan will get set to check back in on the Eagles side. So Honus at the line. Connects on the first of two. Trahan and Duncan check in. Alsey and Sanders check out. Duncan, Lacotte, Harris, Trahan, and Thomas. The five on the floor for the Eagles. Honus, 2 for 2 in that trip to the free throw line. 16-point game, 70-54. Lacotte needs to get it in, and that's a 5-second violation on Bo Lacotte and the Eagles. So still plenty of time left in this one. The Eagles have a commanding 16-point lead, but there's 11:50 remaining in this one. Sharif Brown looking to go to work. flips it up, knocked out of play. Last touch by Honus. So Eagles will take over with 11:45 remaining in regulation. Harris in the backcourt, picked up by Honus. Crosses the timeline. 11:35 remaining in regulation. Eagles 70, Chargers 54. Akot comes to get it here on the left wing. Akot fouled on the floor. They get Sharif Brown for the foul. Side out. As we see Michael O'Mahony into the game now for the first time on the Dominican side, wearing number 5 in black. Duncan triggers it into Akot. Akot gets around the Trahan screen and is fouled by Paris. With 11:23 remaining in the second half. Paris perplexed at the call. We'll have a side out on the left sideline this time. Excuse me, the right sideline this time. Harris, Trahan, Akot, Thomas, and Duncan, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Harris gets it in. Trahan gets it back to Quest. Harris stumbles. Now Akot. Thomas back to Akot. Thomas lines up the 3. Akot and Thomas playing that 2-man game. It doesn't result in a triple. Dickerson with the rebound. Now Cherry to the corner. Paris drives, kicks. Honus thought about the 3. Now kicks it over to the corner. 3 ball off the mark. Rebound fought for, taken by Akot. 10:50 to play here in regulation. Harris kicks it out to Akot. Front court right is Bull. 18 on the shot clock. Bull puts it on the deck. Bull bounces it. Now to the corner, Duncan. He's already made one. Misses that one. Trahan fights for the offensive rebound. A fresh 20 for the Eagles. Edward Trahan almost reminds you of Tristan Thompson. They play very similar. Glass cleaners as he can't make that one. Rebounded by O'Mahony. Now Cherry, stop, pop, 3 ball, you bet. Put it up and through. Now a 13-point game. Nearly midway through the second half. 70-57. Duncan, Harris, Akot. Akot gets the screen, finds Trahan off the roll. Thomas, tough shot in the lane. Cherry, stop, pop, 3 ball, he just made one. This one's short, rebounded by Duncan, throws it ahead to Thomas. Thomas drives, Thomas gets tied up, and that one is knocked out of play. Last touch, Dominican. Sanders, Williams, Dieng back into the game for post. Akot will inbound under the basket. Looking for a man. He's got Dieng back to Akot. Akot was stepping on the baseline as he received the handoff. 9:33 remaining in regulation. Dominican to take over. Trailing by 13. Serrano with it. Met by Sanders. Serrano throws it ahead. Dickerson swings it. Maynard now. O'Mahony sets the screen. Maynard swings it. Cherry. Backdoor blocked. Akot smothers the offense. Now to the corner. Akot gets it back. 9 minutes to play in regulation. Bull Akot swings it. Williams puts it on the deck. Drive. Missed the lay. Serrano. Stop and pop mid-range. In and out. Akot with the rebound. 8:45 remaining in regulation. Eagles 27 for 56 from the floor. Akot drives. Scoop. Dieng trying to follow it up, but they get the foul. Akot draws it. With 8:34 remaining in regulation, Akant going to the foul line to shoot 2. Akant is 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. It's been a quiet game for Bol Akant. And second in the CACC in points per game. He only has 6 here tonight. 1 for 9 from the floor. 5 rebounds, 3 assists for the former Division I basketball player. He's too strong on the first of 2. Akant gets the back end of 2. Give Akant 7 now. He's 5 for 6 from the line here in this one. Dangerous pass. Cherry collects it. Finds Sharif Brown, who lays it in. 71-59, poked out of Williams' hand, out of bounds. It'll remain with the Eagles with 8:17 to play here in the second half. Dieng, Williams. Alsey, Dieng, Sanders, Williams, Akant, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Akant comes to get it. Akant thought about going to the baseline. He does. Has his pass deflected momentarily. Now Dieng, drive. Lost it. Picked up by Maynard. Maynard on the drive. He has a trailer. It's into the corner. Serrano 3. Back to a single-digit game. Here comes the Chargers, trying to mount the comeback. Williams gets it into the front court. Akant back out Williams. Left open. Didn't want the 3. Williams settling it down. 10 on the shot clock. Williams between the rings. Sanders wide open in the left corner. They are shading off of him. Dieng, drive, kick, traveled. Robert Sanders was camping out in the left corner, wide open. They don't see him, and Dominican takes over, trailing by 9. O'Mahony, 3, long. Dieng collects the board. So we thought we might have a blowout victory for the Eagles, but now they're only up by 9 with under 7 minutes to play. Akant, right wing. Akant angles to the baseline. Now bounces it. Alsey lays it in. Timeout called on the floor. Eagles lead back to double digits. 6:42 remaining in the second half. Eagles 73, Chargers 62. You're watching Division II men's basketball here on the CACC network. Coming out of the timeout, 6:42 remaining in regulation. Eagles with an 11-point cushion in the first in-conference game of the season for the Eagles. The women's team, they won earlier 88-75 in their first in-conference game of the season. Now, post-men's basketball at 5-1 overall. Up against Dominican, who is 7-0. Pass deflected by Akant, taken away by Harris. Nice job, nice hands, Bol Akant. Under 6.5 to play in regulation. Akant bounce pass. Alsey, Harris. Met by 2. Akant into the corner. It's a Williams 3. White swings it. Morris with a nice strong drive. Couldn't finish. Harris fouled on the pass out to Akkad on the outlet. Exactly 6 minutes to play in regulation. Eagles 73, Chargers 62. Eagles are in the bonus, so it'll be free throws here for Quest Harris. Duncan back in. Akkad will sub out. 1-1 here for number 4. Harris gets the friendly roll on the first of 2. Quest Harris, a 5'11 junior from Lowell, Massachusetts, a lefty. The second free throw rolls off the rim. 1 for 2 in that trip to the line. 12-point game. White throws it ahead. Kickball violation on the Eagles as Cherry checks back in on the Dominican side. Morris will check out. Side out here for Dominican on the right sideline in the front court. Jaden Honus will trigger. Gets it into Cherry. Cherry goes across the lane, right to left, flips it up. Wild shot off the mark. Rebound snatched by Thomas. 5:45 remaining in regulation. Harris swings it. Williams moving to his right. Gets it to Alsey off the roll. Alsey stumbles, in some trouble, needs a friend. He's got Thomas. Gets his miss, was stepping on the baseline, and it will be Dominican's ball. 5:29 remaining in regulation. 74-62 lead for the Eagles. White looking for a man. He's got Honus, who throws it across the court to his brother. Isaiah to Jaden. Jaden up the drive, Jaden the runner, drew the foul before the shot with 5:22 left in the second half. Dieng checks back in. Thomas checks out. Also Maynard into the game now for White. Maynard will trigger it in under the basket. Gets it into Honus. Now Jaden comes to get it back to Isaiah. Isaiah. Maynard. Poked away. Dieng tried to get ahead of the field there and throw down a rack attack. Honus, 3, short. Now Jaden will try it. Off right. Alsey has the rebound. Now it's Dieng. The drive, the kick. Williams, one more to the corner. Duncan, he's made one. And now he misses this one. Fight for the rebound. Jaden Honus and Kyle Alsey battling for it. We get a foul called on the floor with 4:45 remaining in the second half. 74-62 lead for the Eagles as Sanders checks back in for Williams. On the floor now for the Eagles, it's Dieng, Sanders, Duncan, Alsey, and Harris. 1-1 here for Kyle Alsey. Alsey, too strong on the free throw. Nice box out there from Isaiah Honus. Sharif Brown into the corner. Jaden Honus back out to Isaiah. Isaiah spins to his right, into the lane. Tough runner, rebounded by Dieng. Dieng in some trouble in a straitjacket and is called for the travel. Trahan into the game for Alsey. 4:26 remaining here in the second half. Side out for Dominican. Still plenty of time left in this one. There is time for Dominican to craft this comeback. 4:26 remaining in regulation. 12-point game. Sharif Brown makes it a 10-point game. I mean, a 10-point lead can be erased within 60 seconds. There's so much time left. Eagles are going to need to close this one out. Harris in the backcourt, met by 2. Akkad now with it at the front court left. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in regulation. Akkad, Dieng, Harris. Eagles trying to win their first in-conference game of the year. Dieng, drive, lay, yeah! Dang, Dieng with a nice left-handed scoop. 3:45 remaining in regulation. Gives the Eagles a little more breathing room. Back to a 12-point game. Sharif Brown wants to clear out. Takes it inside. Nice take. And Mark Kuntz is furious. Clock stopped at 3:27 remaining in regulation. 10-point game. .327 remaining in regulation. Coming out of the timeout here. 76-66, Eagles lead it. And both of these teams' first in-conference game of the season. Dominican comes into this one at 7-0. Eagles 5-1. Harris, Akot, Sanders, Dieng, and Alsey, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Maynard, Honus, Cherry, another Honus, and Sharif Brown. That's the 5 on the floor for Dominican. Sanders tries to whip it inside. Alsey has it. Back out. Akot, 15 on the shot clock. Akot, Alsey, Harris. 8 on the shot clock. It's Harris. Sanders, cross court. Akot fires the 3. Coming down hard is Jaden Honus there, looking for the rebound, and he'll be a little shaken up, getting up. Clock stopped at 2:56. Here in regulation, Williams checks in for Sanders. So Dominican ball, trailing by 10. Jaden and Isaiah playing catch in the backcourt. Isaiah inside, Sharif Brown. Harris calls for time with 2.5 remaining in regulation. We'll step aside here on the CACC network. It's the Eagles 76, the Chargers 68, and it's Division II men's basketball here on the CACC network. 2.5 to play here in regulation. Coming out of the timeout, 76-68 Eagles lead it. On the court for the Eagles coming out of the timeout, it's Harris, Dieng, Akat, Williams, and Alsey. For Dominican, Maynard, Cherry, both the Honus brothers, and Seth Sharif Brown. Akat crosses the midcourt stripe. 15 on the shot clock. Bad pass, stolen away by Isaiah Honus. Euro step layup, no. Sharif Brown back up and in. 6-point game, a little over 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Williams crosses over, Alsey. Almost had it deflected and it's stolen away. Sharif Brown takes it into the front court. Bad pass. Williams, Dieng, stripped by Jaden Honus out of bounds with 1:51 remaining in regulation. 76-70. Harris will inbound. Harris looking for a man. Tries to get it in. Nearly stolen away by Sharif Brown, but he was stepping on the sideline. Oh, what a tough break there by Dominican. The effort was there. They almost got the steal. But just a toe is on the sideline, out of bounds. Akat will inbound. Gets it into Harris. Now Akat drives, scoop. Missed it. Door still open for Dominican. Honus falls on it, and we get a jump ball possession Dominican. 1:38 remaining in regulation. Alsey will get set to check back in on the Eagles side. Sanders checks out. Williams, Alsey, Harris, Akat, and Dieng, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. The Honus brothers, Maynard, Sharif Brown, and Cherry, the 5 on the court for Dominican. Isaiah Honus will inbound on the left sideline in the backcourt for Dominican. There's Jaden Honus. Drive, lay, drew the foul with 1:31 remaining in regulation. So Jaden Honus will shoot 2 at the line here with his team trailing by 6. Honus buries the first of 2 from the line. Honus, 2 for 2, 4-point game. Harris gets it in, gets it back, had it poked away. Williams now throws it ahead. Pass intercepted by Sharif Brown, and Dominican takes it away. Eagles having a tough time closing out this one. Sharif Brown, Honus, 3, good! Puts it up and through. A 1-point game. Akat throws it ahead. Dieng across the lane, back out to Akat. 20 on the shot clock, under a minute. Here in the second half. Akat, the drive, stumbles, knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, Dominican. Timeout, Mark Kuntz with 48.5 remaining in regulation. 48.5 seconds remaining in regulation. Dominican has made things really interesting. Eagles' largest lead of the game was at 18. It is now only a 1-point Eagles lead. Harris, Akot, Williams, Ulsey, Dieng, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. It's inbounded to Dieng. Dieng gets called for the offensive foul. All right, 14.8 second difference between shot clock and game clock. The most important offensive possession of the season for Dominican right here. Jaden Honus drives and draws the foul. 32.6 seconds remaining in regulation. Two huge free throws here for Jaden Honus. This one would tie it up. We are tied up at 76. Largest lead of the game for Post was at 18. Dominican takes the lead. Fans here are shocked at the Drubner Center. And it's been a tough day for him, but I'm sensing it could be Bolacott time. Only 7 points, 1 for 11 from the floor. Harris drives. Dieng takes it inside, coughed it up. On the other end, rebounded by Dieng. Foul called on the floor. They get Isaiah Honus for the foul. And Dang Dieng will be heading to the line. Isaiah Honus trying to get in the head of Dang Dieng. Dieng at the line. 2 free throws. Dieng ties it up. This next one would give the Eagles the lead. Dieng, 4 for 5 from the line tonight. Make it 4 for 6 as he misses. Akot, rebound, back out. Dieng inside. Yes! 4.5 remaining on the clock. Timeout, Dominican. Dieng, the go-ahead basket. We will stay on the air here. 4.5 remaining on the clock here in regulation. Eagles lead by 2. What a game. Dieng, he made the first one to tie it up, then missed the second one, not on purpose, obviously. And then the Eagles get the offensive rebound. They find Dieng, and he's able to put it in for the go-ahead bucket to give the Eagles a 2-point lead. What a game. Eagles, they've blown an 18-point lead. But if they can pull it out, you can move on to the next one. It was 70-52. Post. Now on to the courts. It's not the NBA where you can advance the ball off of a timeout, so 4.5 seconds remaining in regulation. Dominican, a chance to win it. Sharif Brown comes to get it, splits the D, ahead to Jaden Honus for the win, blocked! Harris blocks the shot, and the Eagles advance to 6-1. What a game. Game of the year in the CACC in the young season. Eagles win it 79-77 the final. Dang Diang, 23 points, 9 for 12 from the floor, the go-ahead basket, and the Eagles persevere and are now 6-1 overall and 1-0 in conference. The Chargers now no longer undefeated. They are 7-1 overall and 0-1 in conference play. For our entire TNN crew here at the Drumner Center, Griffin Cass signing off from Waterbury, Connecticut.